For breakfast this morning, I'm going to attempt to make the TikTok viral egg sandwich. Let's get started. Start out by adding about a tablespoon of butter into the skillet. Now you're going to pour in 3 scrambled eggs. You're going to need 2 slices of bread, and you're going to dip it and flip it. And then the same on the other side, dip and flip. Now let this cook until the egg sets. Now that the egg is set, we're going to flip this over like so. Add some cheese and some lunch meat. Now fold in the extra egg on the sides to the top of your sandwich and flip the bread on top of the other slice. Now just let it toast up for another minute or 2 and you will have a fabulous breakfast sandwich. Oh my gosh, yum.
Here's how I make better than takeout fried rice at home. Prepare 5 cups uncooked minute rice per box instructions and then store in the fridge. Scramble 8 eggs in 1 tablespoon of oil, then set aside. Dice 1 yellow onion and cook in a wok over medium heat in 1 stick of butter and 1½ teaspoons dark sesame oil. While those cook, prepare your protein. You can use chicken, shrimp, or pork. I'm dicing 4 leftover boneless pork chops. Once the onions are translucent, add 2 tablespoons of minced garlic and cook for 1 minute. Add cold rice and mix well. Add 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of onion powder, and 1 teaspoon pepper, 1 thawed bag of frozen peas carrots, cooked eggs, your protein, and 1/2 cup of soy sauce. Mix well and serve. You won't order takeout ever again.
Yo, about to make Korean street toast using hamburger buns. Yo, first dice up the scallions. Make egg wash. Add the scallions. Harmoniously mix it together. Add sesame seeds. Add some oil. Add the egg wash. Yo, control the expansion. Put the buns on the top. Start adding the butter. Add butter to the buns too. Carefully flip it over. Add a spoon of sugar on one side. A little bit of jam too. Bomb. Add the cheese. Boom. Fold it in half. Press it down so it gets crispy. Yo, cut it in half. You hear that crunch?
Yo, it's righteous, man.
Yo, peep the details, kid. Some remix situation.
Here's how I make better than Big Macs at home. Grill chuck burgers over a medium flame. Season with garlic powder, salt, and pepper. Close the lid and flip after 5 minutes. Close the lid and come back in 5 more minutes. Time to make the special sauce. In a food processor, add chopped onion, mayonnaise, ketchup, rice vinegar, sugar, sweet relish, salt, and pepper. Process and add it to your burger. Next, add shredded lettuce, not 1, but 2 slices of American cheese, your beef patty, the bottom bun, but in the middle, more special sauce, more shredded lettuce, pickles, another beef patty, and a sesame seed bun. That's it. It's filling and delicious.
Fudgy brownies. Melt 5 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Add to bowl. Add 1 1/4 cup of sugar. Whisk. Add 2 eggs and 1 egg yolk. A teaspoon of vanilla. Whisk. Add 3/4 cup of cocoa powder. 1/3 cup of vegetable oil. And mix. Add 1/2 cup of flour. 1/8 teaspoon of baking soda. A tablespoon of cornstarch. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Stir. Add 3/4 cup of chocolate chips. Stir again. Line a pan with parchment paper. Add about half the batter in. Line with Oreos. Cover with other half of batter. And bake for about 30 minutes. Cool. Fudgy brownies.
Here's how I make better than Taco Bell Crunchwrap Supremes. Start by dicing 1 yellow onion and cooking it over medium heat in 1 tablespoon of oil. Add 2 pounds ground chuck to the pan and brown the meat. Strain the fat, add the meat back to the pan and mix in the spices. Cook for 5 minutes, add a half a cup of water, mix well, and cook for another 5 minutes. Set the meat aside and make the cheese sauce. Add 10 ounces of shredded cheese, I'm using Monterey Jack, a tablespoon of cornstarch, and toss the cheese in it. Add 1 12-ounce can of evaporated milk and cook on medium heat, stirring frequently for 5 minutes until it becomes a sauce. With the burner off, add 5 tablespoons of meat to a burrito-sized tortilla, cheese sauce, shredded cheese, a tostada, sour cream, tomatoes, shredded lettuce, a street-sized taco tortilla, then fold up the edges. Turn the burner on high and toast both sides of your Crunchwrap Supreme. Leave whole or cut in half. You won't believe how good it is.
Grab some grappes. Put them in a bowl. Wash them. Fill the bowl with water. Grab 5 flavors of gelatin. Separate them into bowls just like this. You'll need some toothpicks. I accidentally got bamboo forks. Stick a toothpick into the fork. I meant grape, not fork. Now dip it into the gelatin. It should look something like this. Once you've dipped them, put them on a baking sheet with parchment paper. Once you've done that, stick them in your fridge for 1 to 2 hours. It's been about an hour and a half. Let's take them out of the fridge. They'll end up looking like this, and you're done. Now you know how to make rainbow grapes. Let's try them. Okay, here we go. Wow! These are good. Yeah, that was really good. Try one.
Hey guys, you know I had to jump on the pancake cereal trend, but make it extra per usual. I'm making them heart-shaped and rainbow. I just mixed my pancake batter with some water and added some food coloring to them. I'm adding them into squeeze bottles to make it easier to squeeze out onto the pan. I'm just squeezing them into heart shapes like this. This part was a little bit tedious because there are 5 of us, so I had to make so many of these. I also made regular circular ones. I think everyone has recommended this in their pancake cereal video, is to fry them up so that they're a little bit more crunchy. And ta-da! They came out so cute. And now I'm just putting it all in a bowl. I topped it with some butter and some syrup. And there it is. It came out so delicious. You have to try it. The girls really loved it. Maxine put whipped cream and chocolate syrup too. 10/10 recommend.
Here's how I make unfried crispy potatoes. Peel 4 pounds of Yukon Gold potatoes and cut into bite-sized pieces. Bring 2 quarts of water to a boil, then add 2 tablespoons of kosher salt and a half a teaspoon of baking soda to the water. This is a must. Add potatoes, bring back to a boil, and cook for 10 minutes. While those cook, make the garlic oil. Cook 3 minced cloves of garlic in oil, along with 5 sprigs of thyme and a half a teaspoon of ground pepper. Strain the oil just before the garlic browns. Strain the potatoes, then let rest for at least 1 minute. Put garlic oil and potatoes in a large bowl and gently toss or use a spatula to create a mashed layer on the outside of the potatoes. Arrange in a single layer on a large cookie sheet. Bake in the center rack for 20 minutes at 450. Flip them using a flexible metal spatula and cook 35 minutes more. Toss cooked garlic with the potatoes once done and serve. You won't believe they weren't fried. There's this sandwich in the Midwest called the Frisco Melt. It'll change your life. It all starts with the sauce. Homemade Thousand Island dressing. To a food processor, add chopped onion, mayonnaise, ketchup, rice vinegar, sugar, sweet relish, salt, and pepper. Process and set aside. I know it sounds gross, but trust me. Next, make the hamburger patties. You want really thin chuck burgers, so press them flat, season with salt and pepper, and cook in a hot pan over medium heat for 3 minutes per side. Generously butter 2 slices of sourdough bread and toast in a separate pan. Once you have about 1 minute left on cooking time, add 2 slices of Swiss cheese to one burger and 2 slices of Velveeta to the other. Stack the burgers on the toasted bread, generously top with the dressing, cut in half, and you're ready to eat. It is so good. Come back to see how I make the fries.